There is a specific lie that most people believe about themselves. It makes you wake up in the morning already indebted to yourself. You look in the mirror, think about the work you avoid, and conclude, I am lazy. Studies in cognitive neuroscience point to a completely different culprit. People who identify as lazy rarely suffer from a lack of motivation. They actually want to do the work. The real friction comes from excessive distraction, combined with a lack of mental clarity. Your mind simply lacks the stability to sustain an action long enough to produce a result. Centuries ago, Japanese martial arts practitioners developed a unique concept called fudoshin. It maintained clarity in battlefield chaos, a stability that translates directly to the modern struggle for focus. Roughly translated, fudoshin means the unmoved mind. It does not describe a cold, rigid, or emotionless state. A warrior feels fear and hesitation like anyone else. The difference is that the mind is not swayed by those internal forces or the chaos around them. They possess an internal anchor. Right now, you are going to use this video to build your own internal anchor. We will set up your environment and complete a 25-minute block of unbroken work on that avoided task. Focus functions like a mechanical skill. Like any physical discipline, it responds to deliberate, repetitive training. Step 1 is auditing your behavior. Think about what you do right before you attempt to work. You decide to start, but then you pause to organize your desk. You take out the trash. You justify checking one more quick tutorial video to make sure you are starting the right way. Psychologists call this active procrastination. You feel busy, you feel productive because you are consuming content related to your goal or setting up your files, but you are producing nothing. You are stuck in the eternal beginning. Here is your hard rule moving forward. If you are setting up the space or consuming content about the work instead of executing the primary task, you are actively procrastinating. Decide on one single specific task right now. Write 4 lines of code. Draft a single paragraph. Outline 1 page. Pick the target and abandon all remaining preparation. Now we have to fix your environment. Neuroscientist Daniel Levitin's research shows the human brain cannot multitask. When you jump from your work to a video or a notification, you do both things halfway. Your brain leaves a trail of incomplete processing on every open tab and device. This is called attention residue. A phone sitting quietly on your desk still demands passive energy. A part of your attention is constantly monitoring it, wondering if a message has arrived. You cannot reach a deep state of flow when your processing power is fractured across your peripheral vision. Close every browser tab that is not strictly required for your immediate task. Take your phone off the desk and place it inside a closed drawer or in another room entirely. Do it now. Removing these physical triggers eliminates neurological drag. You are reclaiming the scattered mental energy required to finally cross the starting line. Your desk is clear. Your target is set, but your mind will still feel chaotic. It is accustomed to moving fast and will immediately crave an escape. Before you click your first key, sit still. Take 3 deep, deliberate breaths. 10 seconds, nothing more. This brief physical pause creates a stark dividing line for your brain. It signals that the environment has shifted from a state of passive consumption to active production. It is time for one thing only. Next, set a timer for 25 minutes using the absolute simplest tool on your computer. Do not search for a perfect timer app. Do not spend 10 minutes curating a focus playlist. Simply type 25-minute timer into your search bar and hit start. The first 5 minutes will be highly uncomfortable. Your brain will aggressively ask for its usual quick dopamine hit. It will suggest that you might be doing the work wrong, or that you should check your email first. Let the work be messy. Taking clumsy, imperfect action immediately builds more momentum than any amount of paralyzed preparation. At some point during this 25-minute sprint, your focus will break. A thought will pop into your head, or your hand will automatically reach for the phone that is no longer there. This is exactly why fudoshin originates in martial arts. In combat, chaos, danger, and distraction are constant elements of the environment. When that urge to wander strikes, do not treat it as a defeat. Do not label yourself lazy. The urge is simply neutral information. Observe it, acknowledge that your mind wants to move, and choose not to obey. When wind gusts hit a candle flame, it sways violently to the side, but it snaps back to a vertical, centered position the moment the air clears. Food Ocean functions this way. Food Ocean is measured by your recovery speed. The skill is entirely in the act of noticing the distraction, taking a breath, and gently pulling your hands back to the keyboard. A successful work session is not one where you operate with robotic, flawless concentration. It is a session where the distraction appeared and you refuse to surrender to it. Your 25 minutes are over. The time is up. Look at your screen. Look at what you physically produced. Whether it is a few lines of code, a rough paragraph, or a messy outline, it exists. You stepped out of the eternal beginning and created tangible output. This mental anchor is a muscle. It requires maintenance. Every time you catch your mind wandering and pull it back to a 25-minute block of work, you strengthen the root. Over weeks and months, that repetition compounds into deep, reliable focus. Cement this progress. Go to the comments below and type exactly what you accomplished in this specific session. Log the victory. The lie of laziness thrives in the space between intention and execution. Action creates momentum. By claiming your attention today, you are reclaiming authorship of your own path.